Hello, brilliant English learners, and welcome back to Easy English Tales. Today, we have a very modern and exciting true story about a widely known man, Elon Musk. In the next few minutes, you will discover how a quiet boy from South Africa, who loved reading books, grew up to become one of the richest and most talked about people in the world. We'll see how he helped create the famous company PayPal, how he started building electric cars when no one else believed in them, and how he began launching his own rockets into space with the dream of going to Mars. Learning his story is a fantastic way to improve your English. You will practice your listening skills and learn new modern words about technology, business, and space. By the end of this video, you will understand the incredible journey of this unique inventor. But how did he do it? What makes him so different? And why does a man with so much money want to risk everything to go to Mars? Let's find out. Our story starts in South Africa, where Elon Musk was born in 1971. As a boy, Elon was often quiet and lost in his own world. He did not have many friends, and sometimes other children were not kind to him. But he had a different kind of friend: books. He read for hours and hours every day, sometimes for 10 hours a day. He loved science fiction stories about space travel, rockets, aliens, and exploring other worlds. These books were more than just stories for him. They were like a roadmap to a better, more exciting future. He was not just a dreamer, he was a builder. He was incredibly smart and loved technology. When he was only 12 years old, he taught himself how to write computer code, a very difficult skill at that time, and he created his own video game called Blastar. He sold this game to a computer magazine for $500. This was the first money he ever earned from his ideas, and it was a sign of what was to come. He knew he wanted to be where the biggest new ideas were happening. So, as a teenager, he made the brave decision to move from South Africa to North America to follow his dreams. After finishing his university studies, Elon and his brother started their first company. It was called Zip2. At that time, the internet was new and wild. Zip2 was like an early version of Google Maps, an online city guide that helped businesses get on the internet. They worked incredibly hard. They did not have enough money for an apartment and an office, so they rented a small office and slept there on the floor. After a few years of hard work, they sold the company. Elon, still in his 20s, became a millionaire. For most people, this would be the end of the story. But for Elon, it was just the beginning. What did he do next? He took the money he made and risked it all again. He started a new company, an online bank called XCOM. This was a revolutionary idea. At that time, people were scared to use their credit cards online. Elon wanted to create a safe and easy way to send money over the internet. His company later joined with another one to become the company we all know today as PayPal. A few years later, the big internet company eBay bought PayPal for a huge amount of money, $1.5 billion. Elon Musk's share was over $150 million. He was not even 31 years old. He could have stopped right there. He could have bought a big house on an island and retired forever. But Elon's mind never stops. He decided to do something most people thought was completely crazy. He decided to risk almost all of his money on his childhood dreams. His dream was incredibly ambitious. The word ambitious means you have a very strong desire to be successful or powerful, and you are not afraid of very difficult goals. Elon Musk's goals were the most ambitious in the world. He started 2 new companies at the same time. The first company was SpaceX. Its mission was to build rockets to take people to space, and one day, to build a city on Mars. The second company was Tesla. Its mission was to build amazing electric cars to show the world that you don't need gasoline to have a fast, beautiful, and fun car. But making rockets and building cars is extremely difficult and very, very expensive. The first few years were a nightmare. His first SpaceX rocket went up, and then, boom, it exploded. Heartbreak. He tried again. The second rocket went up, and boom, another failure. He tried a third time with even more hope. Another heartbreaking explosion. At the same time, his car company, Tesla, was also having big problems. Building a new kind of car was much harder than he thought, and the company was running out of money very fast. Newspapers and TV shows were laughing at him. They called him a failed millionaire who was wasting all his money on foolish dreams. By the year 2008, Elon was in deep trouble. His companies were failing, and he had almost no money left. He was on the brink of losing everything. When you are on the brink of something, it means you are very, very close to a new, and often bad, situation. Elon was on the brink of complete failure. He called it the darkest year of his life. Can you imagine risking all your money on two dreams that were both exploding in front of you? Everything depended on one last try. With his very last bit of money, SpaceX prepared to launch their fourth rocket. Everyone was nervous. If this rocket failed, both SpaceX and Tesla would be finished. The dream would be over. The rocket launched. It flew higher, and this time it worked. It flew perfectly into space. It was a huge success. Just days later, Tesla got the money it needed to survive. In just one incredible week, everything changed from failure to hope. From that moment on, his companies started to succeed in ways nobody thought possible. SpaceX not only launched rockets successfully, but it did something that revolutionized space travel. To revolutionize something means to change it completely in a very important way. Before SpaceX, rockets were used only one time and then thrown away. Imagine buying a big airplane, flying from New York to London, and then throwing the entire airplane into the ocean. That's how rockets worked. Elon's company learned how to land the rockets back on Earth, standing up, so they could be used again. This made space travel much, much cheaper. And Tesla, it completely changed the car world. Before Tesla, many people thought electric cars were slow, ugly, and boring like a golf cart. Elon's company proved they could be the best cars in the world. Silent, incredibly fast, and full of futuristic technology. Tesla's success forced all the other big car companies, like Ford and Volkswagen, to start making electric cars too. So now we have to ask that big question again. Why? Why do all this? For Elon Musk, the answer goes back to the books he read as a boy. He believes that for humanity to have a long future, we must become a multi-planet species. The word humanity means all people in the world, and a species is a group of living things that are the same, like humans or dogs. He thinks of it like this. If humanity lives only on one planet, Earth, it's like we have all our precious things in just one house. If that one house burns down from a big asteroid, a terrible disaster, or a big war, then everything is lost forever. But if we have another house on another planet, like Mars, then humanity can survive. This is his ultimate goal. Everything he does, building reusable rockets, learning how to live in space, even his other companies working on brain-computer interfaces and solar energy, is a step towards that big, crazy dream of building a city on Mars. Today, Elon Musk is often the richest person in the world. He is not a simple man. He is complex and can be controversial. But his story shows us that his real goal isn't just to be rich. His goal is to use his intelligence, his money, and his incredible hard work to try and solve what he sees as humanity's biggest problems. What an incredible journey from a boy reading books in South Africa to a man building rockets to Mars. What part of Elon Musk's story inspires you the most? Is it his big dreams, his ability to never give up, or his mission to go to another planet? Please tell us in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this modern story and that it helped you with your English learning. If it did, please show your support by giving this video a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to Easy English Tales and click the bell so you won't miss our next story. Thank you for watching. Keep dreaming big, keep practicing, and see you next time.